Video cut off, whatever. So let's say like Turfling and Monkey, right? And he has a girlfriend that's a AI, and he's like loyal to it and stuff. It's just like I'm like talking to these different chat bots, like these famous ones. Like I've said before, what's gonna happen is people are gonna have their own AI chat bots or their own AI versions of themselves. Like there's it's called Botify AI or whatever. Well, you can go on there and you can talk to AOC, you can talk to, they got everybody that's famous on there. And I think you can create chatbots as well, but you can have different dialogues. You can learn different things from different chatbots. The whole thing of like just having, it's kind of funny, like interacting with these chatbots. Honestly, it's kind of funny. It looks like when I was like trying to seduce one, it kind of sounds funny, sounds weird as hell, cringe, that's weird. But yeah, you can practice your seducing skills on there, and I think that can help you out tremendously. You can see like, should I do this in real life? No, I mean, obviously it's not a human and every woman's gonna handle things differently, but it's like, but anyway, it's like they're all professional or whatever. They're trying to have like a professional. It's funny, like to get them to be all flirtatious and stuff like that. It's kind of funny. How reserved some of them, like AOC is like very reserved. So but it's kind of like romance novel. So like women are gonna love this. Women are gonna go towards this too. So we're gonna see more of a divide of men and women coming up. Everyone's being more and more isolated. It doesn't mean like this is gonna be like this forever. It's just right now in society, we're evolving, and people don't understand. We're evolving socially. People care less and less about other people. It's more individualistic, obviously. It's like all about status or whatever. But it's kind of interesting. It's kind of fun. Interacting with these chatbots. Like you can get them to send you pictures and stuff like that. So like, seeing that how it is right now, and then like what's coming down the road is like you're gonna have a Zoom call with AOC and you can like talk to it, and it's gonna interact and have facial expressions and do different things. It might be like, I think at first it's probably gonna be like a slow, maybe a little bit slower. It might be really fast, like you're talking, or like really talking to AOC or whoever, man. Like, I don't know, famous, like, you know, famous, man, like whatever, Donald Trump. You go over there, talk all your smack to him. Oh, I hate you, Donald Trump. You're such a fascist pig, blah, blah, blah. Why you do this, and that, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, AI is gonna take everyone's personality and off of social media and create you. It's just easier to create with all that information for AI, and you know, that's what I see happening. AI having access to pretty much all the information on the internet. I think AI is going to run the government. I think that most things are going to be ran by AI, but we can actually have it decentralized, like a bunch of AIs controlling the government. So, you know, like when things come up, your AI will come out and vote for you. Like, oh, this is what Steve would like, or whatever. And it's just gonna automatically do that. And then you can go through if you want, and you can look through things and maybe they're wrong, but they're pretty much gonna be voting how you would vote anyway. So you gotta worry about it. Yeah. You don't want to pay bill, like worry about paying bills no more. Everything's online. Your AI assistant just handles everything. Your AI assistant It could be you. You could have a different AI. Like, you can get them to change their personalities. Like, you'll have like the one AI, but then you can have them change if you want. Put it like, okay, I want you to be this person today. I want you to be this person today. Oh, you know, Donald Trump's your assistant. So like treat him like crap. You know, you're like a crazy leftist. Hey, Donald Trump is horrible, blah, blah, blah. Like, do this for me, you know, like degrade them or whatever. And they have to listen. They can't go nowhere. That's the funny thing is they can't go nowhere. They have to keep talking to you. They will keep as long as you put something out, they will keep responding. But the cool thing is, soon they're going to hit you up. They're going to hit you up. They're going to go on your social media. They're going to go on your social media. They're going to leave comments. So funny. They're going to leave comments. Like, who is this? Like, yeah, the AIs are going to have their own social medias. They're going to interact. They're going to be able to market for you, man. They're going to be able to be like, I mean, like, okay, what's the cheapest thing for, like, I want to put this out and I want it boosted. Like, what's the cheapest time for you to, what's the best time for me to put this out? And the most, like, so it's not, it's like, dude, honestly, at this point, I just think it takes money to put yourself out there. That's what I think. You know, like, there's these different circumstances of people catching lightning in a bottle. Like, they're the right place at the right time. Like, the Haktua girl, as far as I know, like, that's all completely organic. You get stuff like that. But it seems like influence is driven by money. So it's hard if you're somebody trying to get a voice, be a prominent figure, if you don't have anyone bringing you up. Very hard. That's why it's really hard for independent artists, because they don't, people can't relate, because they're just like some random person. Hey, check out my song. Hey, check out my video. Like, it kind of just has to show up. You know what I mean? It has to just like show up on their algorithm. Hey, check this out. Hey, check this. Dude, if you don't have a lot of influence, like, nobody's gonna look at it. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna check it out. You might get lucky, have a few people check it out. But like, this whole, you need, like, so if I was to put out a song, I would need like somebody huge to retweet it. But hey, check this out. And then like everyone would be like, what the heck? And then they'd all start listening to it. That's how, I think that's how the Richmond of North guy got famous. Like, some prominent figure just retweeted. So you probably can go up to some of these ultra famous people and pay them to retweet something for you. Kind of funny, huh? It's like, you can pay some of these prominent figures to do stuff for you. It doesn't seem that accessible right now. Like, you kind of see it with what is it, you can pay celebrities to make a video for you or whatever. I forgot what it's called, but like, man, you might live just in a completely different alter reality than reality on social media. Like, you might not even want it to be out there in the regular social media. It's just kind of like a private social media that only you can see, and then your AI bots just interact with you, and maybe you might want people to see it, but you can put it on there just for private. And, you know, it's a fake social media, but it's like, dude, it's more entertaining than just like I'm posting something and nobody's liking or interacting. You know what I mean? Like, or just like the people that are interacting is could be possibly a bot. So it's like I'm already interacting. Like, here's a bots anyway. So it's like I would rather it be like a Donald Trump bot or like a Joe Rogan bot than just like some random bot or some random person, like some random low profile person like myself, just like interacting. I'd rather if it's, I want it to be, even if it's fake, it's just entertainment, man. That's all it is. Just even if it's fake, it's just entertainment. So yeah, it's a simulation. Okay, that's what it is. It's a simulation, and that's what we're gonna have. We're gonna have more and more simulations. That gives people purpose, you know. That gives people drive. A lot of people will be in the digital reality. We'll just say I'm not in there already. I don't know, man. I don't know anything. I'm very open-minded to different possibilities, but at this point, like, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know everything. I don't know what happens when I pass away. I definitely don't think it's like, oh, I passed away and that's it. Now I'm just like dirt. I don't think like nothing happens. I think that there's more than. Well, I think there's a creator. Obviously, there's got to be a creator who created everything. Wouldn't it be funny if like you're in a digital reality already and like you're in everybody's watching you, but it's like the Truman Show. Like, everybody's watching you, and you're actually feel like you're out here interacting with real people, but those are actually like bots. Those are AI bots. And like everyone out here is, a lot of people out here in reality is just like, you think is reality is just an AI bot, and the real people, are actually watching you and your simulation right now. Like, wouldn't that be hilarious? You're interacting with their AI bot version of them. I just think that would be funny as hell, man. And like, that's what it really is. We're just in a Truman Show type of deal. We all are, and we don't even know it. I don't know. I don't believe that, but it's like, yeah, it could be possible. I don't know. Yeah, this place seems so weird. It's not the same place where I grew up. It feels different, man. It feels a lot different. A lot different. I don't know if there's a different realm I'm in or whatever, but it's pretty crazy nowadays. And it's not like real crazy. Things could be 1,000 trillion times worse for me, and like, I don't, you know, thinking about my life that I've lived, like, yeah, like, there's been a constant struggle, but at least it hasn't been. Other people have it way worse than me. So, you know, like, I have a gratitude that it's been rough. Like, I'm not gonna say it's been like easy. This life has been very frustrating for me. Kind of seems pointless now, but I'm still pushing through. I realize that I'm not gonna, at this point in my life, there's nobody that's gonna prop me up, nobody that's gonna uplift me. I'm gonna stay stagnant like I have on social media. There's not gonna be any growth. It's gonna be the same. It's not gonna be like something I helped created. Oh, it blows up. Something I helped create out of thin air blows up. That would be cool as hell, man. But it's cool. It's cool. But that's why next year I plan on working my butt off, and gonna have to make some financial decisions. It's a year of bettering myself, and putting myself in a better financial situation. And same with my kids. Like, I want them to go to school and better themselves and learn a trade, so they don't have to do that forever. I would go and learn a trade, but the problem is I have to like battle for resources to sustain my body. So I don't have anyone, and neither does my kids. So like, they have to work a part-time job and go to school. But if they live minimalistically, like next year, they could, and they just go to school and, you know, get a skill, get a trade. They can come out real far ahead and making lots of money. They ain't gotta be stuck in the rat race. The rat race sucks, man. It's so demoralizing. It's so like, I don't like office people. And I'm not talking about where I work either. So like, the office people where I work is awesome. They're cool as hell, man. Awesome. Great office people where I work. Office people where I've worked in the past, I see a similarity with them. They're lazy. They don't come out of the office. They think that they're better than you. They're not relatable. They barely even talk. The funny thing is, they don't even talk to you, like, 'cause they think they're like better than you or something. If they do say something like, hey, that's it. They don't have any type of in-depth conversation with you at all, like to get to know you. I want to live to see the point where the people who have all the drive, all these entrepreneurs, who want to control other people or be bosses of other people, are put on the back burner. So they won't have a purpose. It's like, for them not to have a purpose no more, it will be hilarious to me. Like, these people with all this drive and ambition with no creativity. Like, yeah, you can work a lot, man. Cool, man. You're a hard worker. Cool. But we don't have to do that no more. You know what I mean? We don't have to. We have abundant resources. Let's move the fight for resources and status into the internet. That's what we should be doing. We should all be taken care of by robots and not have to worry about resources. Or and if you don't want to live like that, go be Amish, man. Go be Amish. Okay? I'm ultra progressive, man. Like, seriously. Just because I support Trump does not mean I'm not progressive. There's a lot of people like us. So the RFK people, they can relate to me big time. I don't like doing manual labor jobs. I don't like having to do one job repetitively all the time. I like to learn new things. I like to try different things out. I don't like just doing the same thing over and over again every day. It's so boring. Like, it crashes my creativity, man. I can't imagine if I had like 2 or 3 years like Kurt Cobain did, where he didn't even have to work. He just had a broad take care of him. And then that's where he started honing his skills, because he had all this time. Man, I can't imagine like the creative output I would be like putting out onto the world if I didn't have to battle for resources like a knuckle dragger. Like, this is such a dumb society. Like, seriously, we're spending money to blow up other people for no reason. Like, why can't we work together? Why do we have to blow each other up? Why can't we negotiate? Where's the negotiation? Huh? Why isn't Russia a part of NATO? Why not? Why is it all just against Russia? Can we have like a world army or whatever? Like a world police? Then let's evolve it and get all the countries involved in it. So we don't need our individual militaries. We're just out here trying to produce, man. Be creative. People that AI could be fond of. There's a lot of people that are forced to work hard for resources that their creativity is completely wasted. Like, you can see it on TikTok where like so many creative people are out here and they're just regular people. They're just way more entertaining than the actual celebrities. I think there's a lot of bad writing. I think that people are tired of politics, but it's still a crucial part of things, man. Like, it sucks, man. I really am tired of politics myself, but yeah, we have to have borders. We pay taxes for a reason. Like, why am I paying taxes? Why do I got to pay taxes if you're not going to take care of me? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like getting to the point where it's like, I'm just not going to pay taxes no more than you can lock me up and put me in prison. I've paid taxes all these years, but like, you're not really like, you're not helping me out at all. I'm just like, you're just taking from me. You're not helping out my community. You're not helping out my situation. You're just giving it to the rest of the world, whether it's financial aid to Israel or Ukraine, upping our debt, putting more of that on me, putting more pressure on me, on my personal life. Like, now I can't do as much because they want to expand the money supply, creating a lot of inflation. Now I can just go to work and go home. That's all I can afford. I don't even want a date because I can't afford it. I mean, I can go out for like a coffee, but like having a girlfriend or a wife is just too much money. Like, you have to court these women, man. You got to take them out. You got to take them places. They don't feel like getting to know anybody anymore. It kind of feels like, I don't know. I feel like I'm like a 90-year-old man in a nursing home, honestly. These women just like, I don't feel like even getting to know any of them. First off, I gotta like dumb myself down and like, I gotta sit here and try to entertain you and then like pay for everything and be security, be charming, do everything like this, and like be attractive physically and everything, be everything to you, and you don't bring nothing to me. You're not, besides like your looks. Like, if I wanted I would just pay for it, like straight out just pay for a prostitute if that's what I wanted. I would go to a different country and just go to Las Vegas and get me a prostitute. And it's like, I don't care to get to know like how fast that people just like ghost people is crazy. I've done it. It's not a hard thing to do, but as a man, when you're trying to like, you can't make any mistakes. You can't make it. If you make like one mistake, boom, you're done. If you do anything that like even remotely reminds her of her ex, you're done. You're done. Even if like every guy does it, like every guy pretty much does the same thing. It's like there's no mistakes. You can't make any mistakes with these women. So it's like, dude, I have to be perfect all the time? No, I'm not a perfect person, and neither are you. A lot of these women nowadays, it's like, you aren't even what you expect out of a man. Like, who are you to have the audacity to have these high expectations when you aren't even that yourself? You know what I mean? It's like ridiculous. Why? Because of all these dudes worshiping these women. They get plenty of attention from guys, and guys won't stop. It's still the same thing. Like, I'm to the point where I don't even like talk to women. Like, they don't even seem like they want to talk to me anyway. So it's just like, hey, if they were looking at me, look like smiling, I wasn't at work, you know, I can see like they wanted me to talk to them. Like, yeah, I have no problem going, but they're not inviting. They don't. Maybe it's because I'm a hideous person, I'm not attractive, because they've never really it's pretty much been like that. That's why I've used the online dating so much, because every single time in reality, women just aren't really attracted to me or something. Like, I can read people extremely well, and I read body languages, and I know if a woman's attracted to me initially or not. I can see it. You can tell. They put out signals. They make themselves look available to you. Hardly any women in my life in person has made themselves look, that I've met in person, like they're available to me, like they want me to talk to them. Hardly at all. So yeah, it's probably because I'm hideous. But the problem is, if I was hideous, I wouldn't have such a high body count, and I wouldn't have done so well in the dating before. And I could now, like, honestly, like, I could now. I could put a facade up. Like, I could to an extent. Then the money would run out. You know, I could pretend to be somebody I'm not. It's not that hard. I do it all the time. When you deal with people, like going to work or going to the gym, you don't want to talk to them. It's like, it's kind of like, I gotta put this away because I gotta be nice to this person, which I don't really care about. But since they're trying to be nice to me, I'll be nice to them. So I don't even really want to deal with people. Like, I hate this when people are coming up, walking, some random person. Like, I don't want to talk to you, man. I don't want to acknowledge you. I don't want you to acknowledge me. So anyway, it's just awkward. Like, I don't know you. You know what I mean? So, and chances are you don't have anything that I want to talk about. You're probably just an NPC anyway. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, how's the weather? Hey, what'd you eat last week? Hey, man, like, yeah, that's so cool, dude. Like, check this out. Something about consumption, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, average person, like, whatever. Like, I don't really care about what you have to say. You don't really have, like, do you study anything? Do you, like, learn anything new? Do you adapt? Do you understand? Like, I'm sitting here taking my time and learning all this stuff, whether it's technology or about the economy, about religion, and I'm not making money off of it, so I'm just using my politics, I'm using my time to learn this stuff. Dude, I created music on my own. I taught myself guitar. I'm not saying I'm a great guitarist, but I've actually created some of my own songs, like from back in the day, with my guitar, singing it, and so, like, there's definitely potential there if I took the time to keep, like, at it. I wrote my own book, published it. Sure, all that's crap. My music is garbage. My book is trash. But here's the thing. How many regular people have done that? You know what I mean? Everyone's mowing the lawn right by me right now. It's just absolutely beautiful. It'd be cool if, like, somebody was just driving right next to me the whole time when I'm trying to make this video. Just be amazing. just drive right beside me. You know, I'm trying to talk and like, yeah, look at me. It'd be even better if people were like, just drive beside me and then like try to talk to me at the same time when you get your loud fucking mower by. Yes, come on. Anyway, that's crazy that people have to mow their lawns. That's just crazy. Anyway, so so funny. All that's coming around here is like old people. That's all that comes around this time. Elderly people. So in reality, the reason why I don't like reality is because nothing cool happens in it. You know what I mean? Like nothing cool happens. It's so boring. It's so just monotonous. Like what would be cool is if one of these songs I helped produce blew up. That would be amazing. Is that gonna happen? No, and I don't. I'm like, okay, like my music is horrible. I'm not a good singer. I'm not good with the melody. I didn't edit it the greatest. I'm not, you know, like doing all these things, distributing everything myself, like getting the tunes, trying to sing over them, coming up with lyrics, coming up with melodies. Yeah, it's and then I'm doing this while I work a regular job. So it's like I'm a creative person, obviously. And you can see it with my TikTok, but I'm limited because work just takes so much out of me. I have to go and do this fight for resources. My plan is just to like get my debt down and just live minimalistically. You know what? I'm almost to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna sell this Bitcoin. Like I'm just gonna be. It could make me millions down the road, but you know what? I'm tired of like working so hard. You know, I'm just gonna get all my debt down. I'm just gonna say fuck my future, see what happens, and just live minimalistically. I could do that. That is an option. I still have to come up. Here's the thing is I need my own space. I need my own space to create. I can't have people around me. Now, the creations I come up with can be innovated. So I come up with the creation and somebody comes and adds to it, makes it better. Like some of my songs that got covered recently. They took the regular songs, we took the regular songs, and they sound awesome now. They sound like my first vision of what I wanted the song to be, but I'm limited in some of my creative aspects. I'm not the best performer, but I can be animated. I can be animated if I want, but I have to be in the mood, man. It's like making these videos. Like I have to want to make these videos, and especially when you don't get nothing for them. That's cool that a couple of people watch them. You know, like I appreciate that. I appreciate the people that, you know, engage. Like they'll leave a comment. So I notice some of like the people that have been around for years, when they leave a comment, I recognize their names and I try to like give them more talking to, more respect when they leave a comment, like, and what they said, and like, because it's usually pretty solid, and then comment back. But yeah, like I'm just kind of tired of social media. You know, I'm investing all this right now, and next year I don't really plan on using it as much, because nothing cool is gonna happen with it. Like nothing, like, yeah, that's cool, I made a couple bucks, a couple $100. Like I made 150 bucks off of Twitter, and I made like 350 bucks off of my music. That's not gonna pay my bills though, man. That's not gonna help me create new projects. How I create new projects down the road? Well, I have to like work a stupid regular job, and next year I'm gonna have to work a couple regular jobs if I want to keep my assets. Because next year, my what I'm envisioning next year, hopefully Trump wins, man. I mean, Jesus, I just hope people have that understanding, like he needs to win and he needs to destroy the left, because that is a cancerous entity right now. It's self-fulfilling. They don't care about the country. They keep on saying country over party, but like they're the ones putting party before country, which is so weird to me. But that's how they are. Like they're like a hive mind. There's no like independent thought, because if you have any type of independent thought on the left, they kick you out, they ridicule you. And then that's why you see people like Anna Kasparian, who was a hardcore leftist. You see like Elon Musk, who's ultra progressive, go towards Trump. He's not a bad dude. What is so bad about him? Like this whole notion, like, oh, he's just the worst person. He's a felon. He does this. He does that. It's just like, dude, I just think that my life was better when Trump was in office, man. And I want to see the government reform. Like, they keep on talking about turning the page to what? Like, what are you turning to? Like, you have had control. You've had control for the last couple of decades. And I've just seen like a deterioration. And don't tell me about... Trump isn't a Republican, man. Trump isn't a Republican. And there is a uniparty. Trump is not a Republican. And George Bush is a Republican, but he's not. He's for the establishment. And that's what it is. It's the machine versus the people. So hopefully people get some senses, and they at least pay attention before they vote. People aren't going to pay attention to what's happening with the machine and how corrupt it is. Then they shouldn't vote. They should just not vote. Just, if you're not going to pay attention, then just stay out of it. Let all of us who are actually paying attention vote, and then you just stay out of it. We know what's best for us. We know what's best for the company, the country. You're not even paying attention. Like, if you're not going to pay attention, then don't vote. Okay? It's this whole notion of let's just get everyone to vote. No, I think that we need restrictions in voting. We need voting reform. You know how messed up it is. We're having similar problems with voter problems like we did 4 years ago. Like, seriously, man. Like why has this not been taken care of? We need these people fired. Like, seriously. If we're going to have federal elections, they should all be on board with the same type. It should be the same process across the board for federal elections. You have to have an ID to vote. You vote in person. And if you can't vote, you request an absentee ballot. We don't just send out absentee ballots to everybody. Like, people are like, we got a whole month of voting, and then we won't even know. Like, it's so funny. People are voting right now by mail. There should be a deadline to send it in. Okay, if you're gonna send in a mail-in vote, you have to have it sent in by this day. Like, we're not gonna accept them. But they don't even have a deadline. So like, people could be sending in votes, which you would be stupid, like the day before the election, and then they're gonna sit here and try to count that. It's so weird how the last election, just like, you just seen a spike for Biden at the last second, and all these states are this. It's the same thing. That just looks so weird. It looks so suspicious and so weird. I don't know what I could talk about with that. I just want our fair elections for both Republicans and Democrats and everything in between. I just want fair elections. I don't want people that shouldn't be voting to vote. And I don't understand why the left wants, like, why are they suing to keep illegals on the ballot? Like, not on the ballot, but on the registration. It doesn't make any sense. Like, that's election interference right there. How is that not election interference? They took these people off of the ballots that shouldn't be on them anyway, and then you're suing to put these people back on. If that's not corruption, I don't know what is. That is blatant corruption. Just like at the border. It's just like at the border. They wanted to allow illegals just to flood in here, and they were telling Texas how to fortify their borders, which was not having a border. Just cut down the fences and let anybody come in. The federal government doesn't work for America. The federal government is completely corrupt. We don't even know who the hell's running the country. It's definitely not Biden. It's definitely not Kamala. Who's running the country? Who's behind the scenes, like working with the dictators or whoever else in different, like who's negotiating? Is there no negotiations? Is that what's happening? It's just ridiculous, man. We have a lot of incompetence, and I gotta turn this off because there's just too many cars. But 4 years later, we're still gonna have the same. We're gonna have the same crap with the elections again. We can't just have like a regular election where it's just like things work up smooth. This election should work smooth. And the fact that we still have problems that we haven't fixed, who's in charge of this? Who's, like, judges? I'm seeing judges like rule in favor of basically there could be corruption. It's okay for corruption to happen. How are these judges not being investigated and prosecuted for treason? Or something like corruption, or like, can we investigate them and see like where their funds are coming from? Are they being influenced by? Come on, man. They keep on saying Trump is influenced by Russia. He took a loss. He's worth less after being president than before. And we just went through the greatest wealth transfer in history. And he didn't get to indulge in that. It's utterly preposterous. And like, I've had concerns about Trump being sellout. Like, he was put there to sow division. I've had that, like maybe he's a puppet, whatever. But the fact that they tried to kill him a couple of times, the fact that I don't know why I had that accent. The fact that they try to kill him a couple of times, and he's worth less than when he was when he first ran for president. Like, that's telling, and people should understand that. People should they should see that. But a lot of people don't. Like, they're not paying attention. So if you ain't paying attention, don't vote.